Good evening. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Welcome to the Manistee City Council organizational meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with Section 2-13 of the Charter of the City of Manistee, the City Council shall meet at 7:30 on the Tuesday night following the completion of the official canvass, at which time the members shall be sworn and assume the duties of their office. At the regular election of Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, certified by the official canvass on November 12th, 2025, council members were elected to seats on the Manistee City Council. Members include 2nd District Wesley Smith, 2-year term. 4th District Jermaine Sullivan, 2-year term. 6th District James Grabowski, 2-year term. At this time, if the three of you would please stand, I will now administer the oath. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of this state,
the Constitution of this state,
and the Charter of the City of Manistee.
and the
Charter
Charter.
of the City of Manistee.
I do further swear
I do further swear
that I will faithfully perform the duties
that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of City Council
of the office of City Council
for the City of Manistee, State of Michigan,
for the City of Manistee,
State of Michigan.
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of
My
my
ability.
I also certify
I also certify
that I have not violated any of the provisions
that I have not violated any of the provisions
governing municipal elections in the State of Michigan,
Municipal elections in the State of Michigan.
as provided in Section 13-14
as provided in Section 13-14
of the Charter of the City of Manistee, Michigan.
Of the
Charter of the City of Manistee, Michigan.
Awesome, thank you.
Can you hear it? I guess I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We will now do roll call. Councilmember Raditz.
Here.
Councilmember Smith.
Here.
Councilmember Lasky.
Here.
Councilmember Sullivan.
Here.
Councilmember Keck.
Here.
Councilmember Grabowski.
Here.
Councilmember Rezga.
Here.
City Manager.
Here.
City Attorney.
Here.
City Engineer. Here. Roll call complete. Citizens' comments on agenda-related items. This is an opportunity for citizens to comment on agenda-related items only. Citizens in attendance shall be recognized for comments limited to 5 minutes. Letters submitted to council will not be publicly read. Are there any public comments?
Good evening. Mark Whitliff, 363 10th Street, Manistee. I just want to recommend or add my recommendation for that council vote for Jermaine Sullivan mayor, Wes Smith as mayor pro tem. At this time, Manistee needs clear leadership to develop what we have working already. So please vote for them. Thank you.
Any other comments? Seeing none. Election of mayor for the city of Manistee. At the organizational meeting of city council held on this date, the council elects from its membership a mayor and a mayor pro tem. The mayor and mayor pro tem are elected for a one-year term. Under section 2-4 of the charter, the council shall elect a mayor by a majority vote of its members. This provision of the charter requires 4 affirmative votes to elect the mayor, a majority of the council regardless of attendance at the organizational meeting. Sections 2-4 and 2-13 of the charter require that the mayor be elected at the organizational meeting. The voting procedure should continue until a candidate receives 4 affirmative votes. At this time, council could take action to nominate and elect a mayor for the city of Manistee. The floor is open for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Jermaine Sullivan for mayor of Manistee.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none. Councilmember Raditz,
Sullivan.
Councilmember Smith,
Sullivan.
Councilmember Lasky,
Sullivan.
Councilmember Sullivan,
Sullivan.
Councilmember Keck,
Sullivan.
Councilmember Grabowski,
I abstain.
and Councilmember Rezga.
Abstain.
Councilmember Sullivan was elected mayor. Okay, and then you can take over at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Election of mayor pro tem for the city of Manistee. The same provisions identified in the charter for the mayor apply for the mayor pro tem. The mayor pro tem serves as the mayor in the mayor's absence. At this time, council could take action to nominate and elect a mayor pro tem for the city of Manistee. I would like to nominate Wesley Smith for mayor pro tem. Any other nominations? Heather, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Raditz,
Smith.
Councilmember Smith,
Smith.
Councilmember Lasky,
Smith.
Councilmember Sullivan,
Smith.
Councilmember Keck,
Smith.
Councilmember Grabowski,
Smith.
Councilmember Rezga.
Smith.
Councilmember Smith has been elected mayor pro tem.
Thank you. Review of council guidelines. Under the adopted city council guidelines, the guidelines are reviewed at the organizational meeting of the city council. While the guidelines may be amended at the time during the year, an organizational meeting is a traditional opportunity to review the operating procedures of the council. At this time, take action to review or modify the city council guidelines.
Before a motion is made, I'd just like to make a few clarifications. If council is satisfied with the current council policy as it is written, no action is needed at this time. If council has general issues, those can be discussed and directed to the manager and attorney to propose a modification, which can be brought back before council to review and then consider at a future meeting. But no action would have to be taken if you approve it as is.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the council guidelines?
You don't have to take action to approve. So if
Oh,
they're,
okay.
if you approve them, no action has to be
Okay.
taken.
I would like to suggest a modification. I was on the audit committee, have been on this council, and I think that as a council, I think Ed Bradford does an excellent job on finance, but I think as a council, we are not addressing and looking at the finances as much as we should. Ed does provide them, but I would like to say the audit committee, we met, but I think that in following the guidelines that I've looked at from other places, many meet an hour to an hour and a half before every meeting. I would like to suggest an hour meeting prior to the monthly meeting to just go over questions with a committee of 3 council people, less than a quorum, and with someone representing the finance department, and just going over just all the finances are in the consent agenda, and so they are not discussed normally in detail and I don't think this is the place to discuss them in detail, but I do think the council representing the taxpayers that we should put a little more emphasis on the finances of our city, and that would be the place to do it, would be in a committee. So I'd like to suggest that we modify it to have an audit finance committee composed of 3 members, and there are some guidelines, and
And I guess if I could add to that, we really don't have an opportunity to do budget input. And that committee could do that because my experience has been, we get the budget as the council, pretty much how it's going to go forward. And there was no opportunity for us to really get involved in the process. And, you know, a question necessarily in front of everybody, you know, maybe that could be something that group could take on as well. More involvement with some of those financial things.
So Liz and Lanny, are you looking at item 23?
23A. Yes.
23A, the audit committee shall be responsible for the selection through a recommendation of council for that independent audit service. So I kind of read that to mean like if we had an RFP for an external auditor, like that would be the group that would be, not so much that they're doing internal audits, but that they're responsible for looking for RFPs for people to come outside and review our finances. Is that what you're reading?
I'm thinking of changing the scope a little bit. That's just the audit, and that's, the audit
Okay.
occurs once a year, and that is just, that, most of that was just regarding
Thank you.
the outside auditor coming in, and that's fine, but I think more details throughout the year need to be addressed. So I think it's, a broader scope would be finance.
Okay.
You know, so looking at the financials of the city, looking where our money comes from and where it goes, and just, and Ed does provide that, but I don't know that this is the place to discuss it always, and it's in the consent agenda, so it's very awkward to almost bring it out of the consent. It's, I just think that it needs to be looked at, but I don't know if it has to all be discussed right here.
So I kind of
It can be
heard,
brought to
yeah,
council.
I kind of heard 2 things. One is an opportunity to ask and answer questions about the, you know, kind of like an audit process, if you will, like where is this money going and what's.
Well, there's a whole format, yes.
Okay.
A whole format.
So you're thinking that would be a new committee, or are you thinking that would be a separate meeting so that everyone on council could have the benefit of that information?
I was, what I researched when I looked this all up is that it would be combined with the audit and the finance. And once you were on the audit, it isn't, you know, it isn't like it's a meeting on a
Yeah.
regular basis. It isn't like another committee. This would be 3 council people, and the meetings would be, you know, open and recorded if people wanted to come. But the 3 regular people would be meeting monthly, and then there were certain things that you did look at monthly.
And what would you expect
questions.
to find on a monthly basis to change that much from month to month? That we would need to review that?
Just to look at where, you know, there's a lot of money that comes in and goes out. There's,
But on a
you know,
monthly basis?
yes,
And that's pretty
yes.
much set for the year, you know, and then there's going to be some fluctuation as things
Yes.
come and go, but
a normal business looks at, I mean, and that was our business, but if you only look at your numbers, and I'm saying,
but we
Ed's
do
doing
have
a good job.
business looking at our.
Yeah, Ed's doing a great job, but I just, it's not uncommon what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that other people are looking at the numbers and that we all, and then, yes, we would all have the opportunity to come to that meeting, or if there was something that you wanted brought up. It was just a suggestion. It's
So-
just that, in my first year, I thought we're not looking as much as, as,
So we can put that on the next
yeah.
regular meeting, right?
I
Or
would-
he will discuss.
Yeah, and Liz, it sounds like you have more understanding and knowledge about what this could look like. And of course, you know me, I'm always interested in Blake's understanding and knowledge to, you know, add that so that we all get to hear the same information and make those decisions together. So thank you for bringing that up.
And it's not to micromanage, it's just to mainly understand and be more transparent to the public with the public.
Well, and I had a question too, about our organizational meeting, on 28, on council procedures. And it need not be at this meeting or attached, it just could be a question for all of us to hold and maybe ask Blake about. But that is, I'm wondering if we had an opportunity to add to our agenda, a disclosure of conflict or a conflict of interest statement that we could each hold, like as a routine, so that we're really guaranteeing that each, and this is coming from me. I mean, I have a husband who works, he's the director of the MRA. And we kind of, we live in Manistee and we cross streams on a lot of different things that I'm just learning now. I may have an interest, personal interest in what my husband does and who's in charge and making budget decisions. So I would really appreciate that reminder, but also that our community is seeing that we take that responsibility of self-policing seriously and in that interest of transparency. So that would be in the agenda, like if it's a statement or that it's part of our procedures. I think I'd really appreciate that.
Anything else?
Yes, the one thing I was going to suggest is probably under this CP10, propose the city manager be allowed to appoint a council member as part of the union negotiating team. I think it would be good to have somebody from council there at the negotiating table, and then, as a backup for Bill to refer. And it wouldn't have to be the same person through every negotiation, separate negotiation, like the firefighters contract or the DPW's contract. It could be different people. And it's just a thought, and it might be good to have somebody from council right there at the table, that's all.
I've never heard of that at any community, but
Well, I appreciate you bringing it up so that we can all hear it and reflect on that. And I'm grateful that Blake is online too, to kind of give us some ideas about why that isn't frequently seen.
I don't know if it is or not, truthfully.
I know, I don't know, Lanny. That's why I'm right alongside you asking that.
Blake, I don't know if you can hear us. You're muted.
Yep.
So there's a question about a council member being on a negotiating team.
Yeah, I think that's something I would have to look into. It's not usual, and I'd probably have to cross-reference your charter, make sure there weren't any charter issues with the city manager's authority. So I'm happy to look into that and report back.
The other item I had was under Council Policy 3 on page 2. That's regarding the sale of city-owned property. And there's 3 categories of city-owned property. And what I'm suggesting is procedure, to add a new section, procedure for funds received from the sale of surplus properties. So something about the sale of surplus city-owned land, the funds received should be placed in the designated reserve fund used to purchase property. The reserve funds could only be used for the purchase of properties as specified under certain things. There were 3 categories listed under this CP10. The first 2 were like parks, roadways, and municipal properties, as well as anticipated use properties. So it's adding a section, what you would do with that, under CP3. It's just page 2. Well, page 1.
Okay.
So this is page 1 of CP10.
No, 3, CP3.
Okay, we're not discussing
We're not discussing it.
CP3.
We're not. We're on Council Policy 10, or
Okay, does anybody else have anything on Council Policy 10?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll look into the audit committee, expanding that role, adding conflict of interest to the agenda, and then Blake's going to look at legalities of adding a council member to the union negotiation team.
Thank you. We good to move on to the, okay. Consideration of establishing regular meetings for 2026 in ordinance with section 2-13 of the charter. The city council shall meet in public session at twice each month at such times as may be prescribed by the rules. The city council guidelines reviewed during the previous agenda item indicate that regular meetings shall be held on the first and third Tuesdays of each month beginning at 5:30. Study sessions may be held on the second Tuesday of each month beginning at 5:30. This results in the attached schedule for the regular meetings and study sessions throughout the year with the expectations made for known election dates and holidays. Do you need a motion for this one? Okay. At this time, council could take action to adopt attached schedule for the regular meetings and study sessions. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Heather, would you please take the roll?
Councilmember Raditz.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lasky.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Keck.
Yes.
Councilmember Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Ruzga.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Citizens comment. This is an opportunity for citizens to comment on municipal services, activities, or areas of city involvement. Citizens in attendance shall be recognized by the mayor for comments limited to 5 minutes. Letters submitted to council will not be publicly read. Is there any citizen comment? Mr. Gamble, do you have anything?
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Ms. Rosga?
No. Oh, hang on. I guess, reading the newsletter we get, and Wesley, you serve on the Harbor Commission, and you're discussing the no wake thing. Would you mind providing us like kind of a summary update? Because that looks like it's going to be a hot topic.
Yeah, what it is, it's basically the city of Milwaukee, the ship. From that point to, in front of the Wander Inn to the channel is becoming, with now with the Wander Inn there, it's happened. It's been noticed in the past, but it's being brought up now. The charter boats that come out of Pier 31, or any boat in that lake, because you've only got a certain area that's navigable between deep water and the sandbar, or whatever you want to call it. They're throwing quite a wake, which you get a 30 or 40 foot boat loaded up, heading out, it's going to cause some wake. There's a couple issues there. The city of Milwaukee is between the Coast Guard ship and then the city of Milwaukee, so it's kind of an artificial bay that just the waves, they hit both metal, and it's terrible. But that's the walkway for people to get up to the city of Milwaukee.
Okay.
So I think we developed an ad hoc committee, which I'm on, to discuss. I think we can come to resolution with some additional signage and with with the charter boats maybe powering up a little bit later, because for them time is money, and there's a debate. Okay, it takes 2 minutes, it takes 20 minutes, but 20 minutes on it just there's stuff that needs to be figured out on it. But so there's that. There's the increased traffic with the Wander Inn. The Wander Inn wants to put in some more docks, which is great. Transient docks. There's been issues with Joslyn Cove, but they've kind of dealt with it. But the big thing is what they're having is with kind of that artificial metal bay that's being created by parking the two boats right close to each other. So it slams up there and then slams against the shore and just comes back and it is an issue. So we're working on it.
Good job. Thanks.
Yes.
That was it.
Mr. Grabowski?
No.
Ms. Keck?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Ms. Raditz?
Well, I'm just delighted that we got a nice meeting. Hearing everyone sworn in again was very refreshing. I really look forward to continuing to work with this group.
Mr. Smith?
I'm all set, ma'am.
Ms. Lasky?
I just got a call right before the meeting, and they just had a question, Bill, maybe you can answer it, on the road signage on the new Washington Street, which is wonderful that it's open and it looks great. But some of the signs are what the Manistee Insignia has on it, and then the other ones are a different color. It's like we've got two different signages going on over there.
So we do have, there's a lot of different signage in the downtown, so there's a black and white sign for the downtown area, and then there's kind of the other sign, which is going everywhere else. So there's just a lot of that logo is around town, but I think with all the different signage on River Street and things, we didn't think that we wanted to have that throughout the entire city.
Just one more thing to add to that too, the contractor did put the wrong signs in on
Okay.
a portion of it. So
That's what
why
I-
it intermixed a little bit.
They are intermixed.
So on Second Avenue, everything south is the DDA district. That's where we're putting the black on white signs. And everything north of there is gonna be the neighborhood signs with the insignia. So right now, they have the wrong signs installed.
So they will be changed.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything north of Second
Thank you.
Avenue.
It looked like it was a little bit mixed up, so that's perfect. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thanks,
It's Very,
Lucas.
very apparent.
Yes. That was bad luck.
Anything else?
No.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.